Hi, Patricia, and in this training, I want to share with you how to become an expert with social media for branding. What does this actually means? So here's what it basically means. In this module, we are going to continue focusing on how to build your brand and also to build your authority. And to do this, you can leverage on social media. How? By positioning yourself as an expert in social media. Okay, now it may sound a bit confusing, but once you go through this short module training, you will understand where I'm coming from. So let's start with how to use social media to achieve all of this. What do I mean by using social media? Now, with social media, you can actually achieve all of these strategies that is going to help you to build your brand. The first one is called success by association. Now, what does success by association means? Well, in short, basically, it's that if you can position yourself among other successful marketers, individuals, public figures, and so on, now somehow you are now elevated to become at their level. So, what does this mean? All right, so let me give you a classic example. Assuming that you, let's say you interview 10 successful people, right? And regardless of whether you are successful or not, somehow you are tend to be viewed as someone who is as successful as 10 of them. So that is what it means by success by association. Another classic example will be in the self-help industry. So have you heard of the name Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich? Now, Napoleon Hill is actually a normal person, someone, an interviewer who go out there and interview some of the wealthiest men in United States at a moment of time. So he interviewed people like Thomas Edison and some of the wealthiest entrepreneurs at that moment of time. Now, Napoleon Hill by default is an ordinary person, but because he is seen to be the person who is associated, quote unquote, associated with all of these highly successful individuals, now he deemed to be the successful person at the same time. So that's success by association. So how do you leverage social media with that? Now, with social media, you are able to relate yourself to other public figures in your niche. And when you are doing that, guess what? Now you are viewed as one of them. So if you do not use social media, you cannot leverage on this strategy called success by association. The second key thing that social media can help you to achieve when it comes to branding is getting your content to go viral. So, in the conventional way of marketing, let's say you have, I'm just making this up, let's say you have a sales letter. Now, it's very hard for you to share that sales letter. Or let's say you have um, a video and this video is on your website. Now, it's relatively harder for it to go viral compared to this content is already inside a social media website in the first place. Now, because social media behavioral is all about sharing, and I'm not referring to Facebook in this instant. When I use the word sharing, I'm referring to sharing for almost any social media websites. Now, if you use social media, if you have a good content, which I will share with you how to create great content in a separate module training. Now, this content can go viral. What does viral actually mean? Viral means that your content is being shared by the consumer in a sense that the person who consume your content and share it because he or she feel that it is valuable. Now, when that happens, the person who actually received the sharing may also continue to share it. And when this happens, you are able to apply what we call viral marketing. So use social media to spread your content for free because the more people consume your content, guess what? The more quote unquote branded you become. And finally, use social media to build quote unquote authority. With social media, you can achieve that. I mean, let me just put it this way in the sense that anyone can be a star with social media if it is executed well. So when I use the word authority here, I do not mean being a doctor or even an internet marketer. Now, I'm using the word authority loosely here in the sense that anyone can be an authority in the sense that command attention. That's what I mean. So, how does this happen? Do you know that there are a lot of today's celebrities, like singers, became superstars, became overnight success story is because of social media. Like, have you heard of Justin Bieber? Guess what? Justin Bieber was first being introduced to the world of, in this case, his music is being introduced to the world through YouTube. So without social media, you cannot build your authority, and if you don't build your authority, it's harder for you to build your brand. So use social media to build your authority, therefore it builds your brand and strengthen the brand value. What do I mean by strengthen the brand value? Which means that someone will see you, I mean in this case, your prospects will see you as someone who is considered an expert. Now, when it comes to social media, when it comes to using social media to build your brand, how do you go around that? There are a lot of ways to go around that, but in this specific training, we want to focus on one, and it's none other than video. The best platform is video. Like, for instance, you're watching a video training right now. You're not reading an article, it's a video training. And this could be, say, completed in maybe 10 minutes. So, it's short enough, but it is impactful enough to deliver the training. So, the best video it's not about how attractive that you actually design it, but mostly based on the content in it. Again, there will be a separate module that will cover with you the three key types of video that you should create to give you good response, to make it attractive. But right now, I want to express again to you that if you are going to go on social media, you are going to use video, aka video marketing. And when it comes to video marketing, nothing beats the king of video social media website. It's none other than YouTube. So we'll be focusing on YouTube instead of any other social media platforms. Now, you may say that Facebook is amazing and Facebook can give you traffic and so on, but don't forget that when we do our training, we are focused on one particular subject at a time. In this case, we are focusing on building your brand, and I will encourage you to use YouTube to achieve this goal and not Facebook. So let's look at YouTube quickly. YouTube advantages compared to any other social media websites. And when you go through this training right now, I don't want you to just learn the advantages. I want you to understand the concept behind this because these are the things that you will be deploying to build your brand. So the first one is this. With YouTube, you can create your own channel with unlimited videos. So I don't want you to take this as a good to know information. But I want you to take this so that it can be applied as a marketing tool into your business. So, what do I mean by creating a channel? So, when you are able to create a channel, then you are able to build your authority. So, let's say you have your videos in any other social media websites, whether it's Twitter or Facebook. Now, you do not have a channel. You understand what I mean? If you have a podcast like with Apple, then you have a channel. Do you see that? A channel gives you a strong brand. A channel makes you an authority. And when you have a channel with YouTube, you have another advantage in the sense that you can use other people's videos, right, to be added into your channel. This way, you cannot run out of content, so to speak, because you can add unlimited videos in your own channel. So you could create your own videos, but other than that, you could be adding other people's videos into your own channel to make your channel becomes powerful, to become valuable. So when someone goes to your channel, they may not just be consuming your content, but you become a curator of different videos that are related to the same topic. Now, here's the trick here. When you do this, right, do they really care whether the videos are created by you or not? No, I mean, they could care, but think again. What is happening here? You become a curator of content, and that elevates you to become an authority, which builds you the brand. So if you look at, say, Forbes, right? Now, they don't have, I mean, they could still have in-house editors and writers, but do you know that most of the content are not from in-house? They are actually curating other people's content. But what is the brand here? The brand is Forbes. Next, how to build a brand with YouTube, right? So with YouTube, your videos are very easily for others to share. So they could, well, click the share button, or they could copy the embedded code, the codes, the HTML code, or I think it's the JavaScript code, and they can paste that code onto their own website. And well, your video is now showing on other websites. Now, yes, Facebook may have this feature, but Facebook is a quote unquote closed community at this moment of time, which means that not all videos could be copy and paste, and not everybody knows how to do that. But with YouTube, any webmasters, in the sense that those people who have their own websites or do blogging, they will know how to share your content easily. Remember the earlier slides that I trained you on? What is the purpose of social media? The purpose of social media is to allow your content to be shared. And that helps you to build your brand, because the more exposure you get, the stronger your brand value becomes. Of course, with the right content, right? So going back to show, you got to choose a social media platform that is easy for your content to be shared. Now, Facebook, it's very easily to be shared, but when it comes to video, YouTube is still the king of video social media website. Next, if you have YouTube videos, you can use it on other social sites. So let me just try to explain this way. If you want to use Facebook, Twitter, and so on, with all means, go ahead and use it. But if you have a video inside Facebook, it doesn't mean that this video could be used in YouTube.com. Do you understand that when you produce videos for YouTube itself, you're actually killing three, four, five birds with one stone? Because the same video could be used on Facebook, the same video could even be used on Twitter, and so on. So YouTube become the authority of it. And then these videos could be used on other social media websites. So rather than creating for other social media websites, you create for YouTube. And if you want to be using it on other social media websites, with all means, go ahead and do that. All right. And the last thing is this: with YouTube videos, you can have the possibility of having it to be top ranked inside YouTube.com itself, or even at Google.com. Now, this is very, very important. This goes a little bit more tactical, but I want you to understand the strategy behind this. So, if someone goes to YouTube.com and they search for, I'm just making this up, right? I'm just making this up. How to get traffic, and your video comes up number one. Now, I'm just making this up. So now when someone sees that, that person will see you as someone, probably an authority related to traffic. Now, maybe it doesn't look so obvious in internet marketing niche, but let's say, okay, you are in the gardening niche, or let's say pets niche, which the YouTube users, the surfers, they do not know about internet marketing, optimization, and all this kind of cool stuff that you've been learning. So if they search for how to choose the right food for your dog, and your YouTube video comes out on page one, now automatically that person will see you as the authority on the topic of dog food. Now that automatically builds your brand without you even working hard for that. And your videos can also be found in google.com, because if today you go to google.com and you search for any how to, guess what will come out on the page one of your search? Well, several, or at least one, YouTube videos. So there you go. So this is why we go ahead and we use YouTube. And with YouTube, these are the four key things that you also want to achieve. All right. So let's go to the next training right now.